Like that was something like.
Because when I used to go to restaurants, it was the chinos in the corner. I'd be like, yo, let me
It's
get
a number.
Let me get an L2.
Yeah.
And they know already. It's chicken wing with fried rice. Okay. Let me get a L5, which is fucking shrimp and rice. Because they have the pictures on top. They make it easy for us in the little chinos.
Yeah, like when they used to say, I remember when they first the term 3-course meal. I'm like, what is that? Do you eat 3 times?
No. When I read the word prefix, I was like,
that too. That threw me off.
so you're telling me I'm eating before dinner? Prefix? Like, what? I was like,
You guys made it yesterday? Is that what that means? What the heck?
are you telling me I'm going to order my spaghetti and meatballs?
Are you telling me you know what I want to eat before I eat?
You're choosing for me.
Yeah.
So it's prefix. As soon as I walk in, you take, oh, that fat guy wants a cheesecake for dessert, and he wants spaghetti and meatballs. I was like, prefix. What the fuck is this? Then, like you said, you start getting older, and you be like, oh. And then you start hanging around different crowds.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's what it is. You start hanging around different people that know about what the fuck. Because I think I started learning more about restaurants when we started hanging out in Uno's. Uno's was the only place that started changing my mind for me. Like, it had the dessert on one thing, they had the entrees on one thing, then appetizer.
Yeah.
Then it started getting fancy where they had salads and soups.
Especially when they said sampler. You're like, what the hell?
Oh, we could sample, not pay? Get out of here. You can give me 5 mozzarella sticks and I don't have to pay? So yeah, man, I think my first like main restaurant, I don't want to say, because then I've gone to Spanish restaurants like
we all went to Floriditas, Mambi's,
and their shit was simple.
Malecon.
But like my first like main menu that I looked at was Uno's Pizzeria.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? I didn't know what to order.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, yo, I just want pizza.
And I think prior to that, probably a diner was probably something that would be big. But that's even easy. Lunch, breakfast.
The diner.
And nobody eats really dinner. You just eat hamburgers.
Yes, exactly. Because that's the only diner in New York that I ever went to. There was 2 diners. This is the one on 11th Ave on, I want to say 38th Street. It's the one everybody used to go at the clubs.
Yeah.
On 11th Ave. Because I threw up like 3 times in front of that diner.
I threw up inside.
Woo! And then the other diner I've been to was in Riverdale by 230 something.
Yeah,
That's the only 2 diners I've been to in my life in New York.
Yeah.
Because I know they have them in Queens, I know they have them in Brooklyn, but the only 2, it was always the one 11th Ave because I'm coming from the west side, and I'll tell them, yo, make a pit stop there. We gotta order some pancakes or whatever. So yeah, but the only big menu that I've ever, when I first started, was Uno's. And then when I started, like, you know, when you go on the dates instead of, oh, let's go to Mickey D's, now you're like BBQs. BBQ was like the restaurant for the hood. Because it was not at 165th. I had to go to the one in West 8.
Yeah.
In the Village. Because Times Square wasn't even there yet, that fucking BBQs.
You know what was another thing that threw me off too, growing up broke, is when you went to a restaurant and you go out to eat with other people, and then they bring 2 spoons, 2 forks, and a fucking knife, and you're like, yo, why are they bringing 2 forks for? Yo, why? There's a small one and a big one. Why didn't you just give me the big one?
There you go.
Yo, why are they bringing 2 spoons for? This shit makes no sense. And then you just start looking around to see what other people do. I'm gonna wait to see what type of fork they take.
Bro, I still use the 1 spoon.
Yeah, but
even they bring me 5 now.
But you know, like, I didn't even know until like later on.
One's for soup.
Yeah, one's for salad. You're like, what the fuck?
Dude.
But growing up broke, you don't know these things.
I used the same fork for everything.
Yeah.
My funny story with going to restaurants is when I took a girl to Outback.
Yeah.
And she felt like this is the best restaurant she's been to.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, you come to Outback this much? This is fancy. We only come here for my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? This is when I started working and getting more, I started getting more responsible.
Yeah.
I'm like, Outback? You call this birthday thing?
Yeah.
Nah, get out of here. She's like, yeah. We only come here for like if it's a special occasion. I'm like, fuck out of here. I'm like, okay.
One other thing was something like I always saw in movies, which was if you go to certain restaurants, they give you that little thing that you put on your thigh.
Oh, the napkin, the handkerchief, or
the handkerchief, the place, whatever that shit. That when I first went to it, I was like, what the hell? Like I'm like, okay. I'm like, I guess they use this to wrap up the fork. You know, you open it up, you're like, okay, this is my utensils that you open it. You start seeing people like putting it in their naps. So you're like, oh shit, let me do the same thing.
Dude.
And that's like one thing, like, it came to me later years.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Chopsticks.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I never fucking done chopsticks.
That heavy napkin, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I used to put it around my neck.
Yeah, yeah.
I always saw that on TV.
Yeah, you saw that in the mafia movies.
So I always put it there while everybody else had it in their lap, and they look at me weird. I'm like, I thought it was not so dirty your shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
So I always put it there until like, to no lie, I think I was like 25, 26.
Yeah.
And then I saw a movie and they started like snapping it and they put it on their lap.
Yeah.
I started doing the same thing, but before that, I would put it on my shirt, like tuck it in the shirt.
I would just leave it as a napkin when I was eating.
Yeah.
When I was eating pasta, just use it to wipe my face.
And they would look at me weird. I'm like, yo, this is what I know. Like,
yeah.
all I need is a knife, a fork, and I'll put this heavy ass napkin around my neck. I don't want to dirty my button down. What can I say? I'm good. Yeah, that shit is hilarious. And now we're fucking 41 and we already know.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. Like, I never knew. Like, one time I went out with one of my coworkers, and he was telling me, "Are you gonna order a port?" And I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "I didn't know they had this thing that you could order. So if you don't want dessert, you could order like a port, which is basically maybe it could be like a whiskey."
Okay.
But it's supposed to be like after drink, like after meal. So you can have a sambuca. I think sambuca is like one of the things that people have, at least for Italian restaurants.
Yeah.
That didn't have it with espresso. But yeah, it was one of those things. And I told him one day, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, whatever you say. But I'm just like, I never knew that existed, like having a port.
Yeah. I barely eat dessert now because the food be filling me up.
But now, yeah, it was like if you don't want dessert, you order a port. And then now, like if you go to certain restaurants, the menu, the dessert menu, has a dessert menu, but then it has ports in the other side.
Gotcha.
That has, and they're more like Courvoisiers and more like a whiskey. And they may be small, but it's supposed to be after dinner, I guess maybe Europe, I don't know. But that's supposed to be like normal.
There you go.
One other thing too I could never do, and still can't do it for the love of my life, is eat spaghettis like properly.
With
you
the
know,
spoon?
Yeah, I could never do that shit
You
with the
spin
spoon.
it with the spoon and the fork?
I just go in with the fork, whatever comes up.
There you go.
It's like a tractor trailer.
You go.
Yep. That's how I do it.
I never did the spoon shit. I can't fuck with it.
I can't fuck with the spoon.
I just spin the fork. We should come up with an invention that the fork comes with a little spinner.
Yeah.
And then you boom. We could take it to Shark Tank.
It'll be like the little magnetic. Remember the thing you used to have that game for fishing?
Yeah.
And you pick up the fucking claw.
So it'll be a little
forks.
fishing spinner on the fork, and then you just go and put it. Yeah, man, that'll be perfect. So this is the last shot.
Yeah, let's do it. Salucci, mamaducci, la calucci. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Those are some things. It's even us right now having an AC. Back in the days, at least for me, if somebody had an AC, that means like they have money.
Yeah, but your apartment was always freezing, bro. You live in
but not in summertime.
You live in the meat market.
Not in summertime.
Yo, going to your house back in the days in 173rd, bro, it was like going inside a fucking freezer in the supermarket.
Yo, for real, it was fucking cold.
If you visited Lee back in those days, you needed your triple fat goose.
Yeah.
And sit and chill, watch fucking TV.
But yeah,
people who had AC back in the days.
Like for me, I used to be like, yo, they got money.
Yeah, because I remember we used to have a fan and that shit was still sweaty as fuck.
And I remember like somebody be like, yo, come to my house, I got AC. I'm in there. Like you have your own PlayStation and you'll be like, I'll take my PlayStation to your house. We connected. Your TV has the connector?
But then
it does.
If he goes,
then you leave it there.
if he goes, don't even bring your PlayStation because I have that and the AC. You be like, coño, you got money. Mm-hmm. What games you got? Because I go bring my games. Yo, man, bring the football game.
Yeah,
That's
man.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, there's so many things like from back in the days that like I was not ignorant, but we just didn't know because we grew up a certain way, and it wasn't to maybe later on opening our eyes out here. Like, there was any other things in Jersey that you first came to? You're like, holy shit!
The only thing that I've noticed different from Jersey,
free parking.
No, well, not that.
Yeah.
That is different from Jersey to New York. Coming from New York is everybody, and I used to walk a lot in New York, like downtown, uptown, Queens, Brooklyn. Nobody ever greeted each other. Nobody would say good morning. Nobody. When I first came to Jersey, walking down the street, good morning, how you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? Are they talking to me or somebody next to me?
Yeah.
So then I started getting used to that. I'm like, then I started doing it. And I do it now when I'm walking in the street and I see people walking their dog. Hey, good morning, good day, whatever. I go to New York and people still power walking like they need to get somewhere very important. I'm like, yo, bro, you going home? I'm like, good day, and they just keep walking like if they have headsets on. It's it's like
it's so different, and a lot of it like has to do with New York and America because I noticed in Puerto Rico. Went to Puerto Rico, a lot of Puerto Ricans, we get bad raps, and I understand.
But I don't mean a chicken rap, bitch.
But when I was in Puerto Rico, there were like everything, buenos dias, buenas tardes, and I'm like, you're like, holy shit, like they actually care, like compared to like out here, nobody says shit, like nobody's gonna tell you shit.
New York or here in Jersey?
New York, I mean like New York, sometimes Jersey, like it was so different. Like I guess I'm just trying to compare the Puerto Ricans from New York, New Jersey, compared to the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. Everybody was so nice, and like you would think it wasn't like that. Like, cause I went to the stores, Buenos Dias. Like I went to Walgreens, and I bought like fucking souvenirs. The lady was wrapping it all nice. Took it. I'm like, over here they were just throwing it in a fucking bag and that's it. Get the fuck out. But it was such a difference, like the way everybody was saying, like, good morning, how are you, and stuff like that. That I noticed. Yeah, I think New York is probably like one place that's very big like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
People.
And we didn't even have elevators, so just imagine we did.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because in elevators is mostly what people say, hey, good morning.
Send us your, I would like to hear from our fans who, the first time experience like restaurants and shit like that.
Yeah, like
whether they find different if they moved, let's say an example from Jersey to Boston, or from like, let's say if you grew up in California and then you moved to Texas, if you notice anything different.
Yeah, or even if you just like notice anything when you were young that you didn't like notice, and then as you got older you're like, oh shit, that you were able to do. Even like a vacation, like, I never knew there was no such thing as all-inclusive.
I didn't know that.
When they say all-inclusive, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Back in the days. They were like,
does that beach?
You can eat, you can drink. What?
Yeah, I remember the first time.
I was like, got hard.
We got the first time I went to all-inclusive when we went to Cancun.
Yeah.
And they told me, yo, all you got to pay is this much, and you get all the free drinks and food.
You're like, sucker! Sucker!
I was like, Mexico's only charging me this much, and I'm gonna drink triple of what I'm paying. Mm-hmm. Sign me up.
Yeah,
but they don't tell you is don't drink the water.
It's a cheap liquor, yeah.
But still,
but it's still free.
When we out here, we drink cheap liquor too.
Yeah,
J, the fucking Mosca vodka. Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but then when you tell us, yo, you're gonna get in a plane, you're gonna stay in a hotel, and we're gonna give you all the liquor you want, and a resort with a pool. Oh my god, sign me up!
In a pool bar.
Oh my, that's how I book my trips now, man. If it has a pool bar, I am there.
Yeah, but there's a lot of different instances, like I said, that like we all gone through that we probably didn't have something, or later on we learned as we got older.
Yeah.
And like for me, I noticed a lot was restaurants, because I never I never went to like fancy restaurants or something like that until I got late. Until I got older and stuff like that. I was able to, and that's when I'm like, holy shit! Like,
and
I didn't know all these different.
And I've
things.
gone from